Today 2K dropped these new endgame Shaquille O'Neal packs with cards such as Invincible Grant Hill, Invincible Penny Hardaway, endgame Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler, and of course endgame Shaq. There's a bunch of other cards in here too from the previous drop, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best Snipe filters you can use to pick up these cards for cheap and make loads of MT. The first filter is literally like the most simple filter in the game. You just want to set your max buyout to 500 MT. That's literally all you want to do for this one. Pretty much any card that pops up you will be making MT. Even if it's just like a gold card, you should still be able to make a few hundred MT off of it. But yes, it's going to be a really good filter for making quick MT if you're just starting the game. As you can see, the cheapest dark matters in the game right now, going for about 3,900 MT. So dark matters are crazy cheap right now. But for this filter, you want to set your color to dark matter and come down here, and you want to set your your max buyout. Probably I'd say to like 2,500 MT, maybe even like lower than that if you really want to, because people are just gonna be chucking up some of these dark matters because they're just so cheap right now. The cheapest Invincibles in the game right now are Grant Hill, who actually just dropped today, and Stephen Curry. I'm surprised Grant Hill's this cheap. I thought it was going to be a really good card. But if you are going to use this Invincible filter, cheapest filter, you want to make sure you avoid Steph Curry at all costs. Devin Booker's also quite cheap as well. So Grant Hill and Devin Booker are going to be the two cheapest ones, because we don't really count Steph Curry. Because he's already gotten a free endgame card. But for this filter, you want to set your color to dark matter, theme to Invincible, and I'd come down here and set my max buyout probably to like 40k just to be safe, so you're making good profit. But ideally you probably want to buy Steph Curry. I'd recommend you buy him and then use the enabled filter. Hopefully you can make your profit back, so you're paying for that Steph Curry already. But yeah, you want to make sure you avoid Steph Curry at all costs when using this filter, because obviously he's worthless, that card, nobody's buying him. As you can see, there are a ton of end games right now, and you can see the market has actually crashed for some of them. Like Luka Doncic was going for 400k, he's now only about 200k. Definitely the market has crashed a bit. Shaq's about 300k though, he's probably going to be the most expensive end game right now. But there are none going for a buy now right now. You're just going to make sure when you're using this end game filter, you check the markers. I know Paolo's selling for really close to 100k most of the time. So, obviously you want to get an end game on your team anyway, but you got to be careful about that. Just make sure you're getting profit when you're using this filter. But for this filter, you want to set your color to dark matter, theme to end game, and you want to come down here and set your minimum buyout to 500 or max buyout to 100k. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, make sure you are looking at the end game market to make sure if you are buying these cards for 100k snipe that you are actually making profit. I still think it's quite rare to snipe end games. You're going to be seeing them super often. Like, it's definitely going to be much harder to snipe one compared to like a dark matter, for example. But yeah, you can still make really good profit if you are able to snipe one of the rarer endgame cards. I hope you guys found these snipe filters useful. If you did, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.